VHackPro100 here, just bringing a video. As you can tell from the video, it says for sale. As you can see, it's an iPhone 5 black. I've only literally had this, I can just show you that, probably a week. So, reason I'm selling it, I say, if you're wondering what that is, there is a screen protector on it. The reason I'm selling it, I don't know if you've ever heard of the website called fastcardtech.com. It is a website where you can buy phones from China, Hong Kong, at really cheap prices. They do EMS shipping, but obviously there is the chance customs, if they obviously come across this, they will just destroy the phone, and obviously you'll lose your money. I brought this because it was cheap. I wanted to see what it was like, and it is a nice little phone. I say, obviously there is a bit of a flaw to it, which I'll get to in a minute. But the shipping, I'll use DHL express shipping, which cost me £20. There was I think it was 1 to 3 days process time, and then there's additional, the main shipping, which was anywhere between 3 to 6 days. So, and I got this, as I said, it was about a week ago now I got it. I haven't used it or anything, it's practically still brand new. I say, as they come, let me just grab the box. They just come in a standard box like this. They come in the bag, DHL Express bag, and then inside they had this box, but obviously this box was wrapped with bubble wrap and loads of tape, as they do, because they like to flipping use loads of tape. Inside, obviously, you'll get the phone. It'd be in a plastic cover, like a sealed thing, bubble wrap just to even it out. You'll get, that's it, that's what it came in. I just kept it just in case. You get your US connector adapter, which I don't live in the US, I live in the UK, so obviously this is no good to me. You get the headphones, which they're not the genuine headphones, but yeah, they still look pretty decent. The charger lead, I've actually got plugged over in my computer in a minute. You get this thing, it's like an adapter thing which you plug into there if you live in Europe or somewhere, which it's still no good for me. And this thing, which I have not got a clue what this is. So anyway, that's what you get. But anyway, you're all interested in the phone. The phone is for sale. You know, it makes a little bit different, this phone, because it's got a little bit of a twist to it. As you can tell, you know, you've got the standard slide, but obviously you need to unlock it, which I've just got it set as 000. Camera looks crap on here because I'm recording, but anyway, yeah. And then you come to this screen and you're thinking, whoa, that is not an Apple phone. Correct. This phone is like an Apple phone. It looks exactly like a phone. It acts like an Apple phone. The only thing, though, that is different with this, it runs Android. And you're thinking, what? Android on a fucking Apple phone? Yes. But if you do want to go to iOS, just do that. Boom, iOS. This little thing here you don't have to have, but I've got it activated because I'll show you a little thing. It all runs like a fucking Apple phone, yeah. To get games, it's pretty simple. You can easily go back to the other screen, the actual original Android version platform. Go onto the Play Store, download the games, the whatever, and all you have to do is just put them onto your screen thing, and when you go into the iOS, they'll be there. Which I've just had a go on Candy Crush, and it runs freaking absolute amazing. There's no lag, there's no stopping, works absolutely fine. As you can tell with the Wi-Fi is on. EE, I think, I'm not 100% sure, because I had to play around with the network settings, because originally the SIM wasn't connecting. It was saying there was no SIM, but I found that once you put the SIM in, you have to turn the phone off and turn it all back on, and once it reboots, then it actually connects to the network. You can't just put the SIM in while you've got the phone on, because it just doesn't work for some reason. So I don't get it. I'm just trying to think of things to cover over this. Honestly, it just basically, if you've ever had an Android phone, and you've had an Apple phone, they run exactly the same. Obviously, there's the difference is that it's both got the iOS software as well as the Android software on it, so you can switch between the two. So in a way, it is pretty cool. So if you do get bored, obviously, of Android, you can go, fuck it, I'm going to have a bit of a go on the Apple side, and then if you change back, you can just go back to the original Android side. So it saves you, obviously, having one software which you're thinking, oh, I'm bored of Apple phone now, or bored of Android phone. So, yeah. Wi-Fi's on. I've got it connected, which it works fine. Bluetooth. Obviously, there is going to be things here that are different to the actual original iPhone. About a phone, which if you've had an iPhone, or you can see that with an iPhone, it only says about. Bear with me, because I'm looking for the camera. There you go. T-Mobile UK. Total space. iPhone 5. Modern firmware. Build number. Which you can click on it, but it doesn't do nothing, so it's a bit stupid. But instead of clicking back here, this is the thing that I was on about. You can click on that, and then you can click the back button, and it goes back a page, and then you can click your menu button, and boom, it goes back to that. So, yeah. Say like you want it to go back a page, instead of clicking your iPhone button and then it'll just go back, and then you've got to go onto it just to think. I know it sounds a bit stupid, but it does work. Now you've just seen me go on the home button there, and it takes you back to the original Android version. So you go onto your apps, all your apps are there. And as I say, you can download tons and tons of apps. It runs exactly like an Android phone, where you can download all your widgets, whatever you want to call them. I did not click that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Candy Crush, Angry Birds, the Candy Crush Extra Lives. It's like an extra thing. It teaches you how you can get extra lives for your Candy Crush thing. Blah blah blah. Browser, which I have not set any of the browser or anything like this. So you know, you could go probably to Google. Google. I did not click Google. See, look, because these are all of the apps and stuff you can download. Because it's Android, it's not like an iPhone where you go on Safari and it takes you straight to the internet. You have to download your apps. Basically, Android. If you've never had an Android phone or know what Android is, it's like a computer sort of thing, just compressed. So that's that. But if you wanted to say go onto wallpaper, reset launcher, which that's what takes you onto your iPhone side. Safari. Okay, and that takes you to there. And then type it in google.com. Oh no. Wrong. There you go. There you go. Google. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Scroll it down. As you can see it's different at the top there. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, data, I don't even know what that is. Data connection, I don't know. Turn off. Airplane mode, Wi-Fi. Select across. You got time out, auto rotation, and brightness, which I think time out. I think that's your screensaver time. Same with your brightness. See how it does it. So auto rotation on and off. Scroll across. You've got general. That's silent, meeting, outdoors. So yeah. Scroll it back up. Boom. So let's say we're just searching for cars. Let's go car games or car tax, whatever. So how quick it loaded. So we can probably try YouTube. Boom. Fair enough, and collected the Wi-Fi, but seeing how the phone, its capability of speed, it is an awesome phone. I say, I'm just trying to cover it. I think this phone, because the original iPhone 5, the minimum gig I think you can get is a 16 gig, if I'm correct. Which this is only 7 gig? No, 8 gig, sorry. 8 gig. But, I mean, you know, if you want something different, fair play. See, there's your timer just gone off. Because, you know, it is an awesome phone. I say, I've had it a week, I've played around with it, and, you know, it's fun. But the only reason that I wouldn't keep it is because I personally cannot get 100% along with Android. And with me, my contract being up on this phone that I'm recording on now, I'm just going to upgrade this phone. So this one, it was sort of just a buy, just to give it, obviously, see how good it was, and if it could live up to its expectations, as they did. And to be fair, it is, you know, it's a little bit annoying how the fact is, I did find, say like, technically I'm sort of on Safari now on the iOS side, but then if I click the home button, you would think it would close this and it would go back to the original Apple iOS home screen. But if I click it, it actually goes back to the original Android home screen. So that's why really I've got that set there, because then I can just click the back button, you know, and then that would go back to lock the screen. It's just I clicked the wrong thing there. It goes back to the original home screen. But, you know, if you want to ever go back onto it, just go to Wallpaper, Reset Launcher, and it'll relaunch it. And there you go, back to normal. So it's pretty cool, you know, you can show it off to your mates. You don't want to go spending an absolute fortune on an iPhone 5. You're thinking, oh mate, I don't want to spend in like £400, £500, £600 on an iPhone 5. When, you know, I'm selling this for £200. £200. What, you know, come on. I say I paid more than that, to be fair, because I had to pay delivery charges and I had to pay a VAT charge at the door when it actually was being delivered. So I had to pay more than that. It was £242 I ended up after paying for this phone. I say, but obviously, you know, I thought I was going to keep hold of it and everything, but turns out, with me upgrading, there's no need for me to keep this phone. So, you know, if you are interested in buying this phone, do drop me a message, you know, in the comment box, or inbox like me, with your mobile number or something like that, and where I can get hold of you. You know, it's a great phone. If you do want, obviously, me to do a bit of a long video on it in more detail and stuff, you know, I'll be willing to do it, because, you know, it's a great phone. It's got the camera on it where you can switch it. Boom. Hello, I'm Lindsay Lohan. So, switch that back. I think the only thing that I didn't like about this as well was the feature, because on the original iPhone you can hold the button down or something, and you can drag and do a really long photo, which this it doesn't do. So, you know, obviously it's going to have its flaws, because obviously it's not 100% genuine iPhone. But, you know, you've got all your buttons and stuff. Double tap on it, screen. So, I mean, it's got its flaws. See, with an original, you can click on there and drag it up, like move it around, which it's a bit crap, really, because you can't do that. So, you know. And just click off it. But whatever you do, if you did end up having this phone, if you did do that and click back, make sure you don't click, well, the menu button, because every time you do that, this comes up the bottom. So, you know, you got your standard, do that, delete the buttons, there they are, which I'm not going to delete them, because no point. So yeah, it's a good phone. You know, you got all your mics, set it all up. Crap. Music. Put all your music on. I have not even put any of this music. I've got the music that originally came with this. So, yeah, you know, just play it. That sounded pretty cool. Wait, it's in Chinese. Okay, it's Chinese. But anyway, you get the idea. It plays music, blah blah blah. I can't do freaking that. There you go. Obviously, you can't use iTunes or App Store, but I think the App Store is linked to Play Store. Yeah, so you can still get all your stuff. You know. What I was gonna check. There's something else I was gonna show you. I forgot. Weather. Yahoo weather. So, as I say, it's gonna be different at some points for the phone, but you can go back to your original. And then you just put all your stuff there. Search. You got your search bar at the top there instead. If you want to search Google straight away. Calculator. Originally the same. So there you go. You know, I'm not gonna go absolutely into mega detail because the video's already up to nearly coming up to 25 minutes, something like that. So, you know, but you get an idea. You know, I've already tried ringing out on this phone and it works fine. I've just rung my cousin, Alex. So, works fine. Google Maps works fine. The game works fine. I mean, you know, this phone is really, really good. So especially for the price as well. Say like you didn't want to go and buy an iPhone 5. You know, you can get one of these. I say, and the best thing about it as well, if you do get bored between the two, you can play around with it. There's a lot more you can do on this than you can do with the original. Oh, you know, bear with me. Hands killing me. You know, Candy Crush. Everyone's been playing at the minute. So, you know, the speed on it and everything's really, really good. You can't hear no sound at the minute because obviously I think I've turned. So sweet. So there you go, you get an idea of it, of what the phone's like. Obviously, if you are interested in buying this phone or whatever, drop me a message. As soon as someone's willing to want it or whatever, I say I'm only willing to accept PayPal through this. Or what I can do is, you can, if you live sort of not too far, then I am willing to obviously meet you and obviously get the cash in hand. Or if you want this phone but you don't have any money, because I know there's going to be kids out there that are like going to be the age of 14, 15, and they'll be, oh my god, I don't work, and I don't want to ask my mom and dad the money, and blah blah blah. So I am willing to do a trade or a swap of some sort for this phone. If you do, but obviously, you know, if the deal is good, then I will accept. But you get an idea of the phone. So yeah, please let me know. As soon as this is gone, it's gone. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll bring some more videos soon. Hope to see you sooner or later in the year. So yeah, in a bit. Bye.